head coach of the Dynamics hockey team, Coach Erik Largen. 5-4 victory over Grand Canyon University in the exhibition. Just give a quick opening statement on the win, and then we'll open it up to Alex Johnson and Caleb Jones.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we got a long ways to go through the course of the year. So a lot of young faces. It was good just to be able to see them in their first live action, and you barely squeaked by a game, and for us as a staff, I think we learned a lot and learned some things that we did do well, but also a lot of things that we got to work on before playing against Penn State. I think if we have the same game against Penn State, we could be losing by a dozen against them. So we got a long ways to go, but we'll make some corrections this week and go from there.
Yeah, I mean, Coach, definitely pros and cons tonight, but
Yeah.
Seeing the team kind of have their struggles early on instead of kind of pumping a bunch of goals in and kind of getting maybe a false sense of confidence before Penn State. I mean, do you think it's better that the team struggles early before we get into the regular season, or vice versa?
I mean, I'd rather always learn through playing really good hockey, and I don't think we played great hockey for 60 minutes tonight. There were spurts, like you mentioned, but, there was just a little bit too much of some mistakes that can happen, whether that was bad penalties or whether that was some turnovers, whether that was getting out of structure. I just think we got some things to improve upon. It's tough. You get a few weeks with the group, and then you got to get out there and play and perform when the lights come on. So I think part of it's good just because it's going to get their attention for the week. But at the same time, I think if you win by 20, I think you feel a little bit better too about things.
And for you guys, it's your first opportunity to get this new group out there against the squad. Other than yourself, having that experience for you guys in this exhibition, was there maybe anything new that you learned about the guys from the contest here tonight?
I think that they're a competitive group. I think they want to do well. We had a couple guys, you look at whether it's Spacker or whether it's Cruiser. I mean, they get dinged up and they're coming right back down the tunnel because they want to play. Or some guys that we rotated out of the first half, and they want to be able to stay for the whole game because they sense that it's a little bit close. So I thought it was good. I thought we had good resiliency, and some guys showed well tonight, and so that's a positive. But again, just as a group of five, I just think we have a long ways to go.
Yeah, and then with everybody kind of in and out, there was a good mix of some of that scoring and quite a few of the transfers getting on the score sheet. And what was seeing some of the new guys really kind of show up and kind of show out? Yeah,
I think we need to know what we got. I mean, with so many new faces, those guys are going to have to play big minutes for us. So we need to see what we have on the squad, and today was a good thing. I mean, I think you're talking pros and cons. The pros of this is it was close the whole game. So now, you're getting everyone's most competitive effort throughout the course of that game. And I think we saw, some good things and guys stand up to the challenge, and maybe some guys that didn't. And that's just part of the evaluation process and the growth process, and, helps us with some decision making going into Penn State.
And for you guys, it was a strong start there, 3 goals early on. What do you think you could maybe do differently to help carry over that momentum and maybe, bury them there later in the game, or continue that positive result that you guys saw in the first period?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just think all of a sudden you let a team back in with a couple mistakes. We got out-muscled for one on the first goal with some bad back cover, back check ID, and then second goal we take a dumb penalty, and they're able to capitalize. So I think staying out of the box, it's usually a recurring thing, but going into the week at Penn State, we got to be really, really, really good against that group in order to be able to get a win against them. We're expecting a team that's going to be hungry and wanting to prove that they're a top 10 team in the country. So we got some stuff to work on, some stuff to carry that momentum into, and we'll be trying to do that this week.
And then we kind of, all 3 goalies got some time tonight.
Yeah.
Kind of 3 different results per period. Are you going to use tonight kind of like as a baseline, or is it going to just how practice goes throughout the week going into Penn State?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I think obviously the body of work that Lassie's brought, it's, he probably, probably faced 3 shots and 2 went in. So it's a tough night for him. You know, but he's earned himself an opportunity with our program. He's done a great job. He's a very good goaltender. Just didn't quite get the bounce tonight. Grabs was good. I thought he had some good puck handles there. Probably only saw a shot. And then Paul stepped in a really difficult spot. All of a sudden you're in that game and it's a 2-goal hockey game and you gotta battle your way through. And I thought he made some big saves at the end. Stepped in, made that 2-on-1 save right away, and then we were able to score on the power play. So. You know, without that save, you never know what could happen in the game, and so it was nice to see all 3 goalies play. And you know, obviously we'll go through our process this week and see who's going to get the start against Penn State on Saturday.
For you guys, obviously, you know, a lot of moving parts, figuring out who goes where. How crucial does, you know, an exhibition game like this play into figuring out maybe, you know, a few rotations or lineup, anything like that? Is it holding much significance, you know, performances tonight, or is it kind of already set heading into though?
No, definitely, especially up front. I mean, we have so many different decisions there, and on the back end too. Goaltending's a little bit different just because of Lassie's, you know, experience that he's had last year with us. But in terms of our player group, definitely in terms of combinations and who would be playing, where maybe guys would fit penalty kill, power play wise. You know, definitely a lot of decisions, and you know, still won't be set in stone until, you know, probably as we get into Thursday and Friday and next week, just with all the new faces. And hopefully we have a good week of practice. Those guys continue to shine that shined in this game, and you know, they'll get that opportunity to play in Penn State.
Yeah, I guess just one more wrap-up question. You know, looking forward to Penn State. Obviously, they haven't played a game yet, but I guess any scouting, anything stood out to you guys so far? Maybe something that you have to look out for them, anything that you guys are looking forward to seeing?
Yeah, I mean, they're traditionally, you know, they play a certain way. You know, you never know if teams are going to make adjustments in their structure or how they, you know, how they play. Guys that they got off the transfer portal are pretty high-end players. Their recruiting class was great. Some of the returners are good. I mean, I would imagine they're a top 10, top 15 team this year. I'd be shocked if they're not. They're usually a very high shot volume team that, you know, wants to get pucks to the net all the time. It's kind of one of Gads' you know, staples in his offense and the way that they teach it. So it's just something we got to be really aware of. We got to be really good around the nets against them when we play them, and you know, kind of make adjustments as we go when we see how they're going to play 5-on-5 and with special teams. As there's always a little bit of tweaks and changes when teams start the new year, and we'll just have to kind of play that as it goes. And I think we got the right staff on board to be able to help with that.
Awesome. Well, good. Cool. Awesome.
Hey, thanks guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah,
Much
appreciate it.
Thank you.